Hello, everybody. How are y'all doing today? Happy Tuesday. This is time for our weekly sit down and chat, and I hope that y'all are having a really good day. You can see that it is a gorgeous day here in Alabama. I thought that we could start by me telling you about my day so far. I'm trying to adjust the camera. Like, I literally had it set out so that it would be on the horizontal. I pushed all of the buttons, then I click the go live button and it says, no, you've got to rotate it. I'm like, well, what am I supposed to do? You know, I tried to do what y'all told me to do, and you still want to be difficult. So anyway, I hope that it doesn't bother y'all to be in this format, but I tried to fix it and it won't let me. I hope everybody can hear me okay. Got the windows down again. Hey, Kelsey. But there's no wind blowing. It's just a gorgeous day. I hope y'all are having a beautiful day wherever you are. I know some of you may be starting spring break, so maybe y'all are having a little bit of a relaxing day. Here's our weekly bus drive through the live stream noise. So sorry about all of the racket. So my day started this morning. I'm not really an early riser. I would love to tell y'all that I wake up at 5 o'clock every morning, get myself together, like I am cooking breakfast for everybody, and I'm just this happy, chirpy little person. Hey, Miss Sherry. But I'm just really not. I'm just not gonna wake up early if I don't have to. But today, I guess because I don't know, the time change wouldn't have anything to do with it because it was pitch black dark and we lost an hour. So I don't know why. But anyway, I decided I would wake up around 6, maybe a little after 6, and it was so nice. I had a quiet, peaceful morning, had time to make my coffee and okay, good. It's not, the background noise isn't good bad. Okay, that's good to hear. Thank you for letting me know that. So I got my coffee and sat down, had my quiet time, and Lane woke up. We snuggled for a little bit. Then I decided I was gonna take my new shoes and go outside and go for a walk. I've been trying to walk this year. I've been trying to make sure I log at least 10,000 steps a day, and that's been going pretty good. Sometimes I even get, well above that, but I have been walking in like not very good walking shoes. So I saw online on some kind of reel, I guess it was, that Walmart had Hoka dupes. So I was like, that's what I need. Cheap, good walking shoes. So I went and got those. Actually, they didn't have them, so I had to order them. I got them yesterday. So I decided I would go for my walk this morning. Before I went outside, I got my laundry started. And when I looked out my back window, I can see the goat pens and the chickens and the cow pasture. I can see everything from my backyard, which is really nice because it's easy to keep an eye on everything. You may be thinking, oh, baby goats. No, not that. It's those goats. I guess those babies are just going to stay in utero forever. I don't know. I don't know when we're going to have baby goats, but that's not the end of this story. This story is not so happy. So, I look outside and I'm like, not a good sign. So I get my shoes on, go outside. And this is the picture that nobody shows on Instagram of homesteading. I have too many roosters because when I got my chickens, they were all supposed to be hens, but they lied. They're not all hens, like 3 or 4 of them. 3 of them were roosters, and then other roosters have hatched. So I probably have, I don't know, probably 4 roaming around in my backyard. None of them are mean. None of them are aggressive. They just eat bugs and, fertilize the grass. So they're not a problem. They don't get on my porch usually. So I just live and let live. They're fine. But until today, they were fine. So I go and look out, and one of the roosters, well, two of the roosters have fought, and they've fought to the death. So here I am trying to have a peaceful, pleasant morning, and I got a dead rooster that I've got to deal with because this maniac rooster just decided, I don't know why, that he needed to be king of the hill, and now he's killed the other rooster. Now I've got to deal with it. Okay, so this goes to show you how you progress as a person. I think I've told y'all several times, I grew up in the city. I did not want anything yucky. Like, chicken had to be off the bone. It had to be skinless. I could not deal. So that's where I've come from. Now, progress through my adulthood, and I guess I've had chickens now for about 6 years. And the first time I had a chicken death, I was devastated, like distraught, could not deal with it. Had to my mom is chiming in. Yes, this is really how it was. So I had to like bury the chicken. I mourned for days. I was so upset. Okay, if you have chickens, you're gonna have to learn how to deal with death. And I think that's really a good thing that comes out of it, even though it may sound a little bit morbid. I think that it's really good for us to be able to not be so shocked by death, even if it's a death of an animal, that you that you're still able to process it and deal with it. It has been good for me to not be quite so attached to all of the living animals on my property. So fast forward, I buried that first chicken and mourned it, and now today, here I am having to figure out, okay, what am I going to do with this chicken? The best thing for me to do would have been for me to put it in a compost pile. We talked about composting last week, and I got some really good advice. And I wish I had a compost pile to put it in, but I don't. So I just find a good sort of out of the way place in the woods, because we have like 14 acres. We've got a lot of property, and I just throw it in the woods. Y'all, I have become hard-hearted toward dead chickens. So here I am chunking the chicken out, and then I just go about my day. Now, that is what having chickens will do for you. So I'm glad in one way. Hey, Catherine, I'm glad you're here. You finally made it on a live one, so I'm glad you're here. I'm glad in one way that I'm able to process, and it's not just debilitating. But I'm also sort of, it's sort of sad that you get so used to loss that you just deal with it and move on. So I can honestly say that makes me feel more of a homesteader than anything, like a farmer. I used to be like, I want to be a farmer, but I'm not really a farmer. I just have chickens. Then I got a cow, and I'm like, well, I'm not really a homesteader or a farmer because, and I would say I'm not like top tier, so I'm not really. But if the lessons that you learn as a homesteader really are valuable, and they make you be a more in tune person. So I'm really glad for it, but I'm sort of disappointed too. And that was one of my prettier roosters. I was thinking about selling him at the swap in a couple of weeks, because we have an animal swap around here. I was thinking about selling him because he's so pretty, much prettier than the mean old joker that killed him. So anyway, it's just the way life is. I thought I would share my sort of sorrowful story that ended up okay, and just chunked him out, and he's gonna continue the life cycle. I did not ruin my new shoes. I'm glad to report that. And these shoes are good. I will, somehow I'll let y'all know what they are. I think they are Avias, A-V-I-A. I don't know how to say that. But check them out at Walmart because they are comfortable. And they're $22, $23. So I've never had Hoka's. I've only had like cheap thrift store shoes, Chacos, and New Balance. New Balance are good, but they don't last very long for me, so I was really happy to find some $23 shoes. Let's see. I have my paper for us to think about all the stuff we can talk about. Am I going to get rid of the mean rooster? Probably. I thought about asking my neighbor. So we live in a rural part of Alabama, and it's very common to have chickens. Everybody has chickens. Nobody wants the roosters. But I have a neighbor who is from, I think he's from Guatemala. I think that's where he's from. Anyway, somewhere down in South America or Central America. And he has chickens, and he doesn't mind having roosters. So I did think about asking him if he wanted to come and get the one that killed the other rooster, because Lane did see it, and I don't shy away from him seeing like the reality of farm life. I don't want him to just see a lot of blood and gore, but it's also good for him to, I think, grow and see sort of like the reality of things. And he's not really tore up about it. Like, he's like, oh, he's dead. Like, he realized that the other chicken wasn't gonna be okay, but he wasn't like tore up or distraught about it. But he does have like an emotional reaction. So I think he's got a healthy relationship with it, but I just don't want him to be having to deal with that on a continual basis. So I probably will ask my neighbor if he will take the rooster. I think that's probably the best way to go. You know, you need one rooster for probably entire flock of chickens. I almost said herd. I couldn't think of what you call a group of chickens. But I don't need any more than one, and so I think I probably have 3 left. I know that sounds bad that I don't know exactly how many, but I just don't keep up with that kind of stuff, and they just sort of meander. And if I see them, I enjoy seeing them, but I don't really name my chickens, or especially not my roosters. So I think I have 3 left. I don't really need that many. And this is the second time this has happened. So having a multitude of roosters is not the way to go. This is why I tell people, do not get your chickens when they're baby chicks. Do not get them from a feed store, because no matter what they're labeled as, you can pay more and think hens, but you're not. You are just really not. So buy them from a good, reputable hatchery. If you want to know where I get mine, you can just email me and I'll send you the link. But the hatchery that I buy my chicks from never sends me a rooster, ever. They have never. And I've gotten probably 150 chicks from them. Never had a single rooster sent. So it pays to know where to get your stuff, and don't ever buy chicks from Tractor Supply or the feed store. It's just not worth it. Okay, let's see what else we can talk about. T-ball. Y'all, I am killing the baseball mom gig. I'm killing it. I already have dinner done, ready to go in the oven. It is a chicken recipe that has nothing to do with the previous story. It's going to be featured in not this coming Friday's, but next Friday's video. So I'm really excited about that. I already have it ready to go. And I mean, I thought that my life was going to be like chaos. I love the baseball thing. It is so much fun. Lane has gotten a lot better. He first was really distraught about practice because he wasn't catching all of the balls, but we had a little talk about teamwork and what it means to be a team and how we can root our teammates on whenever they catch the ball and we don't, and he did really good with that. So I can see the benefit and the value even just 2 weeks in of letting kids be a part of a team and letting them experience hard things, but being there to help guide them and teach them the lessons that they need to know. And I think it's really good that he will have a group of men around him that are trustworthy and are good and that already love him. They already show so much love for him, and I appreciate that so much. And I thought that it was going to be like stressful. It was going to take so much time, and it was just going to be sort of, I didn't think it was going to be drudgery, but I didn't think it was going to be like, oh, goody, we get to go to practice. But I love it. I love practice because I love to watch him have so much fun, and I love to watch him develop and do something that he is having fun doing that I'm not a part of. Like, I think it's really good for him to be, especially with a stay-at-home mom. He's going to homeschool. He's going to be home-centered, but this is going to give him a little place for him to do his thing on his own and still be protected and cared for. So I'm really enjoying the T-ball thing. Next up, I wanted to show y'all this. Okay, I know this seems like I'm just on a shopping spree, but I did buy my new shoes, but I really did need those new shoes. This next thing I did not need, but I'm really glad that I have it, and you need to get you one too. Look, a glass tumbler. It's not plastic. I'm trying to nix the plastic, but I went yesterday. Lane and I were out all day long. Like, we probably left the house at 10 and we didn't get home until late. And we were filming the videos, the shots for Friday's video. And he was such a trooper. Like, he didn't really feel good. He had a little bit of a runny nose, which is better now, thankfully. But I could tell he wasn't feeling great, but he wasn't complaining, he wasn't whining, and he loves to go to Target, and he loves to get monster trucks. So let's see how long it takes my mom to chime in about monster trucks. So we went to Target. That was our last stop, and he got a monster truck. We filmed the stuff that we needed to film, and then we went and he picked out one monster truck, and then we were headed to the checkout, and I saw this. I was just like, I've got to have that. How much is that? It was $5. Well, $5, yes, please. It was less than the monster truck. So I think that y'all need to go and get you one of these at Target. They have 3 different colors, but does that not just make you happy? Like, this has 1 million monster trucks. I told y'all she was going to chime in. He really does have a lot of monster trucks, but now he has one more. And now I have a glass tumbler, and I love it. I don't know why I love it, but I do. They have 3 colors. So I'm just saying, maybe this is the week to go treat yourself. I know some people don't like Target. I know it's not everybody's favorite store, and it's not my favorite store either, but it ranks above going to Walmart, because Walmart is just big and crowded and stressful. But I did go into Walmart to try on the shoes, but they didn't have my size. So I ordered them online, but the Target is not so bad, and it's right at the front, and it's in the little dollar section. That's not really a dollar section. It's like a 5 and 3 and 1 section. But anyway, go check it out if you are looking for a tumbler. And I know it's glass. I know it's probably going to get broken, but I mean, that's okay. It was $5, and it brought me $5 worth of joy drinking out of it for one day. So maybe it'll last me forever. Who knows? I did use spending money. So here's a little budget thing that I wanted. Hey, Miss Beth, thank you for watching. And Lane loves to cook. She said she loves to watch Lane help me cook. I love to cook with him, and he really enjoys it. It's a fun thing for him. So thank you for saying that. But if you have a little bit of extra money in your budget, just give yourself and your spouse, just have a spending money pile, and whatever you can afford. But everybody likes to buy stuff for themselves every now and again, and that allows you to do it with no guilt. Like, I did feel a little bit like, well, I probably don't need that, and I just bought those shoes, but it's $5. So I did like justify it to myself, but I didn't really have to. You shouldn't have to just justify every single cent that you that you spend, unless like you really don't have the money for necessities. I'm not talking about that. And I know sometimes we're going to get in a spot where we don't have any extra, and that's okay. Just plug through, and you can get out of that little rut, and then soon you'll have a little bit extra. And just having a little money set aside for spending, just blow money. Just do whatever you want to do with it, and there's no accountability, no guilt, no disappointment from other people, and it's really good to have that in your budget. That will keep you from overspending, but it will also keep you from feeling like deprived, or I know if you never get to buy anything for yourself and you never get to have any fun money, it's easy to get a little bit I guess grumpy toward other people. I don't really know the word, but you don't want to be that way. So just $10 a month will make a big difference when you can go and buy yourself a little something that you want but don't really need, like the tumbler. Okay, last topic. We have a get-together at our house on Friday, and I'm really excited about it. It's a game night with some of our friends, and we are going to have a auction. So I told everybody, bring a discarded item from your house. Now, I made it very clear, do not bring trash. Nobody wants your garbage. Bring something that everybody would like to have, or at least a few people would really want. So don't bring gross stuff, don't bring trash, but bring like a yard sale item that you have in your yard sale or thrift store pile, but you can bring it to our house instead. Okay, so everybody's going to bring something, and then I'm going to give everybody a certain amount of money for like play money, like Monopoly money, and we're going to have an auction for all of these items. So everybody should have something when they leave different than what they came with. I guess if you want to buy your own thing back, you can, but that would be weird. But my question is, I initially thought I would do a blind auction, and I saw this video on Instagram where like the grandparents covered whatever it was being auctioned off with a towel or a sheet or something, so they could sort of see the size of it, but they couldn't see what it was. And then the grandkids were bidding for whatever it was, and then it may be something really good, or it may be something sort of disappointing and it was like a joke. So should I do that and cover everything up, or should I just let everybody see all of the items that are being auctioned off, and that way everybody knows ahead of time what they're bidding on? I originally said I was going to do a blind auction, but I really don't think that's going to be as much fun. I mean, maybe the surprise factor would be fun, but I really feel like maybe the everybody knowing, everybody knowing, Sherry agrees, what they're bidding on would be a little more fun. And then maybe people would be more energetic and enthusiastic about their bids. Also, I wonder how much I should give everybody. I'm just not sure how this is going to work. So I guess nobody has ever done this. The 10 of you who are watching, I guess nobody has ever done this kind of thing before, but I'm not sure. Like, should I give everybody like $100, or should I give everybody $500? I guess it doesn't really matter. If everybody has the same amount of money, it doesn't really matter how much it is. But so, and then I was wondering, should I let people buy things from one another? Like, if I won a toaster, but my friend really wants the toaster, should I let people after the fact buy as part of the game? I don't know. Just a lot of things to think about. You would give everyone the same amount you get when you play Monopoly. That's a good idea. We're going to have a lot of people. I'm expecting probably 25 people. So that's a lot of Monopoly money. I'm trying to figure out, does Dollar Tree sell play money? Because you would think that I had already prepared for this and I already had the money, but I don't. So I've got to go and find some. I'm gonna go to Dollar Tree and really hope that they have it. So I don't even know how much you get for Monopoly. I need to look at the rules. But I also thought I could just make some, just like cut some paper up, put $1 on it, and hand that out. That's my sort of last minute plan C. If I don't get to Dollar Tree and I don't get to don't get to buy the play money. So anyway, okay, well, it's about time for me to go and get Lane from his speech. So I've enjoyed talking to y'all. Thank y'all so much for joining in. We had a good little conversation going in the comments, and I enjoyed hearing from all of y'all. So I hope that y'all have a really good rest of the day. I hope it's as nice and sunny where you are as it is where I am. And I really look forward to seeing y'all on Friday. Friday's video is how to save money on groceries. I'm trying not to make it like run of the mill. I think I have a couple of new ideas mixed along with just a little bit of encouragement of stuff you already know. So looking forward to that. I will plan on seeing y'all on Friday. I love y'all. Bye.